In this video, I'm going to make a little change to my password reset HTML page, and this is because in my previous video I have forgotten to include the content type HTTP request header to my HTTP post request. And this is very important because in this project, all of the web service endpoints we have created accept information either in XML or in JSON representation. So it's very important to add HTTP header, which will specify the content type of our HTTP request body. And the way we add headers in jQuery when using this syntaxes of HTTP requests is by doing this. This JavaScript will be executed before our HTTP post request, and this is the way of configuring asynchronous JavaScript requests when you use jQuery and this way of sending HTTP posts. Now let me actually bring documentation of this page. So this is jQuery post, and you can look it up at apijquery.com. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see that it has your URL which we used, data which we used, and then it has settings which we can include, and you can learn about the way to use settings by clicking on this link. And for a complete list of settings that you can use, you can click on this link, jQuery Ajax settings. So if you click on this link, it will give you a list of all the settings that you can provide when configuring your HTTP request, and one of them is content type, which I used to provide the content type of my HTTP request. Okay, so let me click this to close. So I'm configuring HTTP request to have HTTP header application JSON, and this should help our web service API understand how to handle the content carried in HTTP body of this request. One more thing that I would like to also edit here is this JSON. I would actually like to take it out and create a JSON object out of it, because this will work a little more reliable in this case. So I'm going to create a variable, and I will call it data payload equals, and I will paste this JSON, and let me create a one-liner out of it like this, put semicolon. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take token into quotes and password into quotes, because this is key and this is value. And because this is now a JavaScript object, I'm going to use JSON library to convert it into a JSON string. And the function that I can use is called stringify, and it takes in the JavaScript object. And let me remove this space like this. So this way of including your JSON payload is actually much more convenient. It's more visually user-friendly, and it's also the right way of including JSON payload into the body of HTTP post request when sending it with Ajax this way. So let's continue.